Hi, Jackie. Welcome back. From where did you go?
Peru.
Ooh, the Amazon.
Yes.
So tell me, what Viridian do?
Man, that was an incredible trip, Lucy. It really sets things into perspective. You know, I didn't know what I had coming my way until I went there. So it was all a new adventure. Every day was an adventure. Just like you didn't know what laid ahead, and until we got there. But the first night, because it was out of the norm, right? Not used to being being that far, and for me not to be able to have a phone, internet, lights, no air condition. Wow. I had a little bit of a panic attack, but it's okay. It happens. Everybody's normal. It's human nature, right? Mm-hmm. We're all but we went down, we got the plane, and from the plane, we took some canoes and 2 separate canoes and down the river, and they said about 2 hours, and then when they said we were here, I said, here where? And it was just like a slope, and then you had to go up, way up, steep, way up, a bunch of, man, I haven't felt those muscles this sore, or that sore, because I'm not sore anymore. I thought those steps were never going to end, and we're never going to get at the top. And then, when we get at the top, we have to walk about 10, 15 minutes. And, it's like, oh my gosh, you get there. It's like, how it was? It's like in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of all those trees and jungle, the forest, and like a clubhouse. You know how the clubhouse is in the tree house? I mean, the tree house up, mm-hmm. That's the way it looked, but on stilts, Mm-hmm. It was so clean. The rooms were, when we got to our room, me and Christina Hart, I was like, oh my God, how beautiful. Everything was just beautiful, because it's something out of a fairy tale, something that, you see in a movie with the beds, and they had the nets that covered the beds so the mosquitoes wouldn't get you. Well, we didn't have a wall. The wall was open to the forest. No walls, open. And then
you went camping, huh? It was a camp? Was it a camp? Was it a camp?
Yes. Eco Lounge. Eco Lodge.
Oh, Eco Lounge.
Eco Lodge. Yeah. And then the shower was just a see-through shower around, and there was things crawling out of the thing, but it was warm, we're in the middle of the jungle. What do you expect, right? Mm-hmm. Just everything, But it was nice. It was beautiful, It was beautiful. It's just not because it was new to us. But when you walked in and you see, it was just so pretty. I remember grabbing Hannah and I said, oh, it's so beautiful. Y'all did such a wonderful job. But I didn't know what I had ahead of me that night, the first night that I thought it was going to be a walk in the park. I'm a little bit of claustrophobia. I didn't tell anybody that. So when I went to bed in the evening, and I covered myself with that net so the mosquitoes wouldn't get me, and it was hot, I couldn't breathe. I just panicked. Isn't it crazy? Mm. So I just rolled it up, and I just sprayed myself with repellent and slept without the covers. So, but without Christina and what was Scott. I knew, God, you have moments, y'all. It gets a little bit of Alzheimer's sets in sometimes, with my age. It happens. I have a lot of things going on. But it was Scott and Ellen. But Scott just really helped me through that first night. I felt ridiculous, and he's, me, but, it was, after that, I was good. Once you started building the relationships with people that you've seen on the Facebook, and you're always on the corporate calls and stuff, but to actually meet them and bond with them, it was awesome to meet those individuals from corporate and being, Marty, more, of a personal bond, getting to know them, Ralph Malik, Gus, all of them, Terry Walker and her sister Lisa, then was, they're just so awesome. Those two women. Then I met Marge, and she was so sweet. But then Cammie, I got to, visit with her more, and Melanie and Hannah and Grace. And Marcus was a photographer. He is so down to earth. Awesome guy. Awesome guy. I have so many pictures to share with you. I just haven't been to Dallas yet to give them to you. But I will be very soon. But, a lot of soul searching, just like I was sharing with you the other night. That's why I really didn't want to get on here to let people. It just made me appreciate of what I have, my family, my friends, things that we take for granted. But I needed that time more than I even knew. It's like God had a purpose for me to be involved with Viridian and made it possible for me to go on this trip. But that alone time that I did have, I needed it. I needed that peace. And to know that all those phones and all that stuff, life still goes on and I don't need it, I need to slow down sometimes and just appreciate everything else, just being up there. I was sick and I have asthma and allergies. I didn't have to use my inhaler but one time. I didn't use my machine at all. And it was just like fresh air, Luchi. Not polluted. I felt so free. My lungs, and it's just not what it is here. Not what our world has become compared to over there. They're so at peace and just free, and the air smells clean, and you just want to suck all that air and bring it back home and hope you never have to stop breathing there over there. So it's just different. It's just so much better to me, in my opinion, Mm-hmm. But it's just, I am so glad that, because I did think about not going. I'm not going to lie. And everything just fell into place, and I finally asked, okay, I'm going to go. I was one of those that waited till the last second because, I got sick, and then I said, well, maybe it's not meant for me to go. But I went because I wanted to have something to share when I came back with my team, to share the experience with everyone, that this is something that they need to work towards. To have an experience like this with Viridian, when they offer it, to do everything you can to earn or try to win those, or do whatever it takes, those incentives they put out, to win those contests and those trips that they put out, because you don't ever want to miss. You want to be a part of this, and just having the same people that planted the first tree and the last tree, and being there at that moment, it was so emotional. But to know that Viridian really do what they say, not like other companies. They do what they say, and they give so much, and what they're doing, 20% of our oxygen comes from the forest. A lot of people don't know that. And for Viridian, 5,000 trees they planted. They're changing lives all over the world, our lives. And when you become a part of Viridian and involved, you're going to change thousands and millions of people's lives. Not just by the mission and the culture of the company, and that you're able to be a part of that, but the opportunity that we're able to share with others and giving them the opportunity to be a part of Viridian. So I just want to take this time and thank corporate and everyone else. And Marty, you were such an awesome man for making this changing the comp plan and becoming involved with Viridian, because I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be involved, if all these changes hadn't transpired with Viridian and the comp plan and just everybody that brought us together. But I'm thankful. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for allowing me this time to share with y'all. Lucci, thank you for everything you do. I missed you so much while I was gone.
Missed you too.
Thank you.
Welcome back. All right, Jackie. Thank you for your sharing and your experiences. And we can look forward to the next trip. And everybody, let's go for it.
Yeah.
All right.